Hello, my hydration squad. What is going on today? I decided because I'm savage that from now on my subscribers are the hydration squad and I am Mr. Hydration. Make sure to drink water. Make sure to stay hydrated. Today's video will be a story time video, so I hope you like that. But I want you guys to tell me if Hydration Squad is a good name for my subscribers, because I mean, I think it's pretty funny for you guys to stay hydrated. So let's get on with the video. Hey guys, so today's video will be a storytime video. So I'm just gonna have like gaming going on in the background, but I'm trying like new things. Gonna try a storytime video, see what you guys think of that. Basically how I'll be doing this is I'm gonna try to have my channel down to 3 different like themes of videos. So I want you guys to vote down below vlogs, scooter videos, nerd videos, gaming videos, reaction videos, or storytime videos. Choose 2 out of those 6. Top 3 will be my monthly kind of videos, or I'll have one. It'll alternate. Like, I don't know, maybe this is gonna be nerd videos, scootering videos, storytime. So we're gonna have like storytime, scooter, nerds, storytime, scooter, nerd videos, and that's like kind of how it's gonna be going. But anyways, let's get into the video. Okay, so this storytime video is some of my older subscribers might remember this cringe video I made about how I messed up the back of my head. So let's start from a bit extra, just so this video can not be like 5 seconds about how it actually happened. So it starts that before I moved to where I live right now, Owen Sound, we would go like once a year to this national park to camp for like a week, and it was called, what was it called? I'll put it right here on the screen because I don't remember what it was called. Anyways, so we would go there, but you know, it's a 4-hour drive, and with us like a 6-person family, not always the easiest to have a 4-hour drive like in one go. So we did it once with like a half-hour break in between, but we wouldn't like stop at a hotel because that'd be pointless for a 4-hour drive. But we would, what we did was we stopped by these friends' house who lived here where I live now, which was which was exactly 2 hours, like right at the half. So, oh my goodness. So basically, we stopped at their house for, I'm pretty sure it was 4 or 3 days, I forget which one, but they have a pool in their backyard. And I think I was like trying to get my front flips like into water. So I think I had that in my video, a really bad front flip. Sorry guys, I gotta stop the video for a second. I was just gonna get some clips of my old video, and look at my eyebrows. Just look at my face. Look at the maximum quality is 480p. That's Instagram 480p. This is trash. And okay, and just listen to my voice. Okay. I've been having a lot of voice cracks lately. I'm probably gonna make this like super bad. Just edit it. Hey guys, so I'm gonna have some drinks. So let's go. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Flip that! Game removed. That was bad. And the audience. Oh, one of the kids there, they did a backflip, and I thought it was cool. I didn't know how to backflip yet, but I thought it looked cool, and I wanted to try it. So I gave it a shot, and off like the little ladder thing, so I didn't like hit my head or anything or my back. And then I got kind of confident with that, so I tried it off the edge of the pool. And then I got confident with that, so I tried it off the rock. Which I'll have a video for that right here showing. And then what happened was, oh, I guess I can't hit the shots. Anyways, what happened was, I think this is the second day, and we were leaving the next morning. And it was like 10 p.m. Yeah, like 10:30. And I was like, oh, it's my last day here. Let's go swimming at 10:30. Why not? So we do that. We go swimming, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna try a backflip. And they didn't have like inside. They didn't have lighting inside the pool. It's only around like outside the pool and in like a little weird light ball thing they put in the pool. But I was swimming around. I tried a backflip off the side, just off the lower thing, just to make sure I could do it. And I did it okay. But what I forgot is that usually when I'm trying like scooter tricks or anything at night, and it's kind of hard to see, and I'm kind of tired, I don't feel as oriented, and I'm not as good at like spotting my landing and stuff, right? Because I still, with like front flips, I can kind of feel it out, but I still need to see a bit. But with backflips, I still need to like spot my landing and like actually be able to see everything, or I would definitely wipe out. So I was tired, and I get up on the rock, and I do a backflip, and I landed it like pretty much on my stomach, it wasn't like a belly flop or anything. I just landed kind of on my stomach, and I was like, oh, that was bad. Let's give her another one. And I was super tired, so I wasn't really thinking about that because I like backflips are cool. So I go for the second one, but I don't know, I guess I started feeling really tired, like right before the backflip, and I was like, I want to do one more, but I'm so tired. So I send the backflip, and just halfway through the backflip, my body's like, no, you're too tired, Christian. We're going to, like, literally, my body was just like, you're too tired now. We're just gonna stop. So I low-key just stopped the backflip, and I'm just upside down at that point, but I didn't jump back far enough. So I was upside down, and right now I don't remember hitting my head, but I remember just kind of landing kind of on the side of the pool and kind of scratching my shoulder on the rock. That's the only thing that I felt. That's the only place that I felt pain was like my shoulder, and I scratched a bit. But other than that, I was pretty okay. So people saw me falling, and they saw me like smack my head, which I didn't see. And they're like, yo, are you okay? Like everyone crowds around, like, yo, you good? And it was dark. And everyone's like, yeah. I was like, I'm good. I just hurt my shoulder a bit. And at that point, I kind of realized I'm in shock, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. So I like show them, you can't really see in the dark. They're like, you sure you did just more than shoulder? And I was like, yeah. So then I was tired, so I was like, okay, you know, I think I'm done. I think I'm just gonna go over to where it's brighter by the porch and just like eat watermelon or something. So I do that, and then my sister, I see her, she comes up behind me like tail, and she's like, Christian, your back is covered in blood. Now, warning, if you guys don't like descriptive stuff, then I suggest you skip like probably a good 30 seconds now. But I'm like, what? And then I wipe my hand on my on my back, and my hand's just covered in like a lot of blood. Like I was definitely covered in blood. And I saw the blood, and at first I was in shock, and I kind of felt it but didn't really realize it because it was super fresh. And I was like, that's weird, there's blood. So I go and I show my dad, and I'm like, Dad, I'm not sure, my back's just covered in blood. And I asked my dad, like, I didn't feel pain or anything. It was just a bunch of warm blood on my hand. That's all I could really feel. But my dad looks at it, and there's just, apparently my like neck was really covered in blood, and my head had like a 3-inch wide and like a 1-inch like tall kind of like just a slice down the back of my head. Now this was just the skin, not the skull. It wasn't like bone sliced like into my, like it wasn't brain damage or anything. It was just the skin, but it was sliced. So my dad gets me disinfects it, puts some paper towel on it, and he's like, Christian, we're gonna need to go get you some stitches. There's no way There's no way it's gonna heal by itself. And as soon as I heard stitches, I was like, oh no, no, fam, I'm not doing that. But he tells me I have to. So I'm like, okay, Dad, I'll trust you. So we go to the hospital, and we get in line. Now I remember like when I'm breaking my bones, usually I'm waiting like good 3 hours, 3.5, because the broken bone can wait. But now it's like actively bleeding. So it was like 20 minutes, and I was already seeing, like, a doctor was already seeing me. So the doctor sees me, and they lay me down in this bed because it's like probably like 11 p.m. by this point, and they just lay me down, put some like numbing gel on my head, and put like an ice pack on it so it gets numbed. And I was like, the only reason they'd be numbing it is if they're gonna stab it with a needle. So I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get stitches, this is gonna be hurting. So it's like a good half hour passes by, and then the doctor comes back. He like touches my forehead a bit, or not my forehead, the back of my head, and he was like, so do you feel anything? And I could barely feel anything. It was like just a really numb feeling, barely feeling anything. And he goes, he tells the nurse to get I forget the name, but the something tool. And I was like, oh no, he's gonna stitch my head up. But he didn't say needle. I don't know if he just didn't want me to panic or whatever, but he didn't say needle. And then he told me to like look away. The nurse told me to, that you should do that with like shots and stuff so you don't panic. Like I don't think I'd panic. I just but the nurse told me to look away, and I was like, am I gonna get stitches? And the doctor was like, no, you won't. And I was like, oh my goodness, thank you. Woo! Yes. And then he turns around and he says, you're gonna get staples. And I was like, no! Like I didn't say any of these. Like I wasn't like, oh my goodness, thank you or anything. I was just like, what? Like hold on, like record scratch like stops playing. It was just, you're gonna get staples. And I was like, oh no, that's even worse, because the back of my head doesn't have enough like slack, doesn't have enough extra skin to get a needle to go through by hand. So they use like a weird staple tool. And I was like, oh no, I'm not doing this. So anyways, what happens is he gets the tool out, and I remember like feeling like a stretching, stabbing kind of pain. It was weird. It was what you would imagine staples being jabbed into your head, and then like being like stretching your skin together, like jab. So that's what happens. And then he puts some disinfectant on it, gives my dad some like directions. I'm pretty sure I get a tetanus shot, and I was actually less scared of the shot than of the getting my head stapled. So that just kind of shows if I was just how scared I am of staples, or not anymore, but how scared I was. So then I go home, and this is like kind of the ending of the story, but it's kind of a funny part. It's like by the time it's like probably 1 a.m. and my dad, the doctor told my dad, I'm pretty sure, just watch for any signs of concussions. Like he was like, I don't think there's any brain damage, but there might be a concussion, so just check that out. So my dad, he told me if anything, like he didn't want to explain. He was just like, if anything weird happens, wake me up. I'm downstairs, because we were sleeping at the friend's house. So I remember my head hurting a lot, but that's basically it. And I tried to go to sleep, but my head hurt so bad that I just couldn't. It was like 4 a.m. and I was like just getting tired. And then I just do the nastiest like egg sulfur fart, okay? And it smelled so bad. And I'm like delusional, like tired. My head hurts at this point. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. So I walk downstairs quietly, wake my dad up. I'm like, Dad, you remember how you said if like something weird happens to wake you up? And then my dad's kind of like jumps. He's like, yeah. He's like expecting me to say like I don't know, like I was seeing crap or something. But I'm like, yeah, I did like a really nasty fart. And I saw him. He was like trying not to laugh. He was like, what? But he's like, oh, okay, that's not what I meant, but good job for telling me that something weird happened. So I think he just tells me just go back to sleep. And I remember also being like, this summer, so it's like super hot, so it's like super hard for me to fall asleep. But eventually I fell asleep, and that's pretty much the whole story. I think the last part of what happened, the story is a week later. I had to get my staples removed. We went to a clinic, and the guy pulls out, I swear, they looked like really dull, flat, like nail clippers. That's what the guy gets out. And then I lay down on my stomach, and he just yanks out all my staples. And that pain, it hurt so bad. The staples just got like yanked out of my head, and I tried not to scream. I don't think I cried, but it was just like sharp pain. It didn't last long though. And then my dad took some pictures of the staples. And yeah, that's the time I got staples in my head for doing a backflip. Comment down below, guys, if you want more of these story time / gaming videos. And give a thumbs up if you enjoyed listening to this story time. This is Christian, and eat a burrito.